I am CJ Fiero, and today we're gonna get into the top stories from the week in sports. Alright, let's get into it. Today we are gonna start something new in the show that is called game previews, which basically is when I preview a game. It doesn't just have to be in the NBA, it could be in soccer, it can be in anything. So here's how it's gonna work for today. Because it's basketball, I'm gonna talk about the teams, I'm gonna give the injuries, and I'm gonna give who I think is gonna win. Let's get started. The two teams are featuring tonight are Indiana Pacers and the Washington Wizards. Who do they have injured? The Indiana Pacers luckily have no injuries. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards are missing two key stars. Their all-star point guard in John Wall and their center in Marcin Gortat. So who do I believe has a chance at winning? Besides those two names, they do have some great guys, including Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Bradley Beal, which I believe they can make a roll and a good stretch tonight. But besides that, I do pick the Indiana Pacers because they have no injuries and they can find a way to win. They've beaten Cleveland and they were one shot away from beating the Golden State Warriors. So they have a good team. They're both young teams, so this should be a very interesting game. Another game that is happening tonight is the Charlotte Hornets versus the New York Knicks, which is, for the world, it gets to have a chance to see Malik Monk and Trey Brooke. Malik Monk was the 7th overall pick in the 2017 draft, and he's averaged 18.1 points per game, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. Meanwhile, Brooke was the 9th pick in the 2014 draft, and he's averaged 5 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. That's all good numbers. So, the New York Knicks, he was in the New York Knicks G League team, the Westchester Knicks, and then he was recalled to the first team January of 2018. So, this should be a very interesting game. The Knicks also lost someone very key, Kristaps Porzingis, to an ACL tour. And since that, the record they've only won 1 game out of 17. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Hornets have a chance to win their 3rd straight out of 4 games. Pretty good. So, who do I pick to win? Because of those injuries, I have to go with the Charlotte Hornets. But I don't expect this to be a blowout. This will be a very close game. Alright, let's move on. In soccer news, in the Spain league called La Liga, Toni Kroos has officially become the top passer, not just in Real Madrid, but in the entire league. So he averages 92.7 passing rate, and there's only 2 guys who follow him. Sergio Busquets from Barcelona with the 90.41, and his own teammate Luka Modric with the 90.21. So Toni Kroos is one of the best midfielders in Spain, and in my opinion, top 5 in the world. Okay, move on. Back to basketball. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum got interviewed by ESPN's Chris Haynes, and Chris Haynes was asked questions like, how do you feel being a young duo in the NBA, and how do you think you can improve personally, and how can your team improve? And they said that, and I quote, I can get better in a better leading ways, and the team can get better if we start passing. We can get better shot advantages and get more baskets. Alright, time for my final take. The World Cup is just around the corner, so that means the album is out. And I love this time of year because my family and I always go to this Colombian restaurant to trade and get the album there. We did this in 2014 where we completed the entire album. So I love that. I hope you guys can get into the feeling of collecting and love it as much as I do. That's all for this week. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification so you can see when we post. And leave a thumbs up. See you next week on the CJ Sports Show.